Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the final episode of the Pokemon Theta Emerald Nuzlocke. It's been quite long enough since we started this series, so it's time to finally finish it. And here we are with our currently, leveled out. It took me quite a while to get all these Pokemon leveled up to the level they're at right now. But our completely leveled up team, completely different from our Elite Four team because we lost so many Pokemon in the Elite Four. But let's go ahead and go through who we have. We have Boeing the Pelipper, who we just caught like 2 episodes ago or something like that. And he's got Surf, Hurricane, U-Turn, and Fly. Let's stay in that status screen right there. Then we got Akbar the Cradley, who we have not gotten a chance to use yet. I mean, other than me using him off camera. We got Giga Drain, Ancient Power, Earth Power, and Brine. More of a special attacker, I believe. Yeah, just barely, though. More of a defensive Pokemon, if anything. And then we got Macon the Embor, who was our daycare Pokemon. He was just sitting in the daycare for quite a while. So we pulled him out. He was still Tepig, went ahead and evolved him. And he's fairly tanky, has high HP stat, and has some high attack stats too. And of course, we're going up against Steven, the Steel type trainer, so we do want to have some fire type attacks. Plus, Steven likes to have some rock types too, so we do have fighting type attacks to deal with that, as well as ground type attacks, of course. And then we also have Data the Porygon Z, who has of course been with us through a significant part of this series. We met him in New Mauville, so I guess that was probably halfway through the game, but I feel like we've had him forever. And then we got Bubbles the Tentacruel, who we caught in Lily Cove? I think that's... No, where's Route 115? I'm not sure. We caught Bubbles somewhere, and that's our Tentacruel. A fairly bulky, specially defensive Pokemon with some good moves in there. Might set up the Toxic Spikes, although I don't think those will have an effect on Steel types. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And of course, Cerberus the Houndoom, our starter, who we still somehow have with us. That's just crazy that one of the only Pokemon we still have from the beginning of the game is our starter of all things. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, get into Meteor Falls here. Take a phone call first of all. That's nice, blah blah blah. Hopefully our last phone call. Let's go ahead and get a Max Repel. There we go, Max Repel. And that way we don't have to run into any wild Pokemon because we do not have any catches left in the game. We've already caught all the Pokemon we'd be eligible to catch. And now I just gotta figure out how to get through here. I believe you just go up this waterfall over here. Might have to teach somebody waterfall temporarily because I'm not sure if anybody has it. No, okay. Luckily in this hack you can delete HMs in the field, which is really nice. So we can just swap it out with another HM or with a TM or something like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab waterfall. It would be even nicer if there was a way to just circumvent even using TMs or HMs at all. But alas, I mean, I guess you can't really do that. That would probably mess with the pacing of the game to be able to get to places you shouldn't be able to get to. Let's get rid of... Giga Drain is a TM, right? I believe it is. We can get rid of that temporarily. Give Bubbles Waterfall, and of course get rid of it once we actually get to Steven, because Waterfall is not a useful move to use on Bubbles. Of course, I mean, we might not even use Giga Drain, but it's better to have it than not to have it. I don't think Steven really has anything that Giga Drain would really do well against, so I don't know, we probably wouldn't end up using it. Are there going to be trainers in here we have to fight to get through here? I feel like there probably are somewhere. Or that might be Ruby and Sapphire I'm thinking of. Okay, so we can't get up that way. Yeah, I don't come through here very often. I've kind of forgotten where you were supposed to go. Is this actually going to be a whole dungeon? Okay, so there are some trainers we have to fight, so I'm going to go ahead and fight these guys. Or not. Okay. Skipping them is fine too. We're at a very good level for fighting Steven. I guess we do have to fight this guy though. Okay, and I guess we could have come through here a lot earlier in the game because all these trainers, or at least this trainer specifically, I'm guessing all the trainers around here, have Pokemon at level 35-ish, which is pretty pathetically low considering how high level our team is. So hopefully we can figure out where Steven is here. Is this the way? This is the way we just came in, isn't it? I feel so dumb. And this was a ladder we just came up. Yeah, I think I've really only fought Steven in Pokemon Emerald once, the first time I played Emerald. Other than that, I don't think I really ever bothered. So yeah, I haven't actually gone through to find him before. Repel wore off. Let's go ahead and use another one real quick. I want to say he's right up here, maybe? Okay, there's a random lady. There he is. There's Steven. Just kind of staring at a wall over there. Okay, we just got a Jirachi. We're at the end of the Nuzlocke. Nothing else is going to happen after this, so I guess I can take the Jirachi, but... So here we go. We're fighting Steven. I'm pretty sure he leaves with a Skarmory, so I want to have Cerberus out. Skarmory is a very physically defensive Pokemon. Cerberus is a very high special attack kind of Pokemon. So yeah, that's definitely going to be our best option there. But yeah, we do get to fight him, and he's going to be much stronger than he was in Sootopolis. Sootopolis? No, Moss Deep. That's where we fought with him against Team Magma, where he had the special sweeping Aggron Doom. I wouldn't be surprised if that got changed out to a more powerful Aggron in here. So Skarmory is going to be fairly slow, and I don't think it can hit us with much. Let's get that Mega Evolution going. I kind of almost wanted to Nasty Plot up a little bit, but he's going to have Pokemon that have Ground-type moves, and those would probably one-hit kill Cerberus. And we want to make sure Cerberus and Data survive this. Because if they don't, they are not eligible to transfer to our next game that we're going to do. So we do want to make sure both of those survive. Of course, you guys may have already voted on who you want to see in the last episode. Of course, voting is still open as long as both of them survive. You can also post in this episode because it's going to be a little while before we do our next Nuzlocke, so you have plenty of time to get those votes in. So here comes that Aggron. I'm guessing it probably has some better moves than the Aggron did. The other Aggron did. Let's see, what do we want to send out against Aggron? We don't want to send out either of our water types because it's going to have ground type moves, it's going to have rock type moves. I'm thinking, is it going to have Earthquake though? That's the question. I think Akbar might be our best option. No, but it's going to have Steel type moves, isn't it? Well, crap. I think Macon might be our best option, and we just got to hope it doesn't have Earthquake. But yeah, I mean, if I send out Akbar there, then it would have a stab Steel-type move to hit us with, although most Steel-type moves are not very accurate. And oh, he's just hitting with an Iron Head right now? Does he not have anything better? Because that's going to be doubly resisted, because Fire and Fighting both resist Steel, don't they? Well, that's really good for us, I suppose. But yeah, if he had hit our Cradley with that, that would have been super effective and would have done a decent amount, so we want to make sure we avoid taking any risks like that. But yeah, I guess I didn't realize putting this team together how weak we were to Aggron. Or at least we would be weak to an Aggron that actually had a decent set of moves. And ooh, here comes Claydol. So that's not going to do too much because Claydol's pretty defensive and it's resisted. It's probably going to go for a Psychic type move right now. But I don't want to bring Cerberus because then it's going to follow up with an Earthquake. Although we might be able to kill it after that. What do I want to do here? I think I want to switch into Bowing. Yeah, because if it tries, it might try and go for an Earthquake as well. Yeah, Earth Power. Okay, so we go for an Earth Power. It doesn't affect us. We can hit with a Surf. Oh, it's faster? Why would a Claydol be faster than a bird, of all things? That seems a little bit weird, but this should do a decent chunk. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's a critical too. I don't know if that was necessary or not. So there goes Claydol. So we got two of his Pokemon down. We haven't lost anybody so far. So far, so good. Keep your fingers crossed. And I forgot to turn off the experience share. I meant to do that so we didn't have as much scrolling to do. Aggron is... Yeah, let's bring Macon back in. I think that's probably what worked best. Because we already have weakened Aggron quite a bit. Now, Steven might use a potion. I suppose that's a possibility. But if he doesn't, then we're going to take this thing out. Yep, there goes that full restore. Go ahead and waste that now. I mean, there's nothing that Aggron can apparently hit us with. I would really expect it to have Earthquake, but I guess it doesn't, so I will take that. I will gladly take that. But yeah, if it had Earthquake, it would have, dealt with my entire team, honestly. Luckily, it's really slow, so it probably would have only taken out one member of my team, assuming it had Earthquake, but luckily we don't even have to worry about that. Another full restore. Just keep wasting him on Aggron, I really don't care. Oh, and by the way, speaking of, we were talking about transfers. Pokemon to transfer into my next Nuzlocke. I'm only still counting Cerberus, the Houndoom, and Data the Porygon Z. I'm not counting any of these new members of the team we just added in, because they didn't make it through the Elite Four, and I don't think that'd be fair to just let them... Oh, these Pokemon we've basically never used before this point, other than me grinding it off camera. It wouldn't be fair for them to get a chance, although I'm sure most of you probably wouldn't even vote for them because they're new members and you haven't really seen them in action very much other than right now. But yeah, so only Data and Cerberus will be valid for a transfer up to a future Nuzlocke. Not even sure which Nuzlocke I'm going to do next. I have a couple of ideas in mind, but yeah, I got to figure out which one I'm going to do, which one would work best. There's one I want to do that's probably going to be, if it works, it's going to be different than most Nuzlockes you've probably seen before. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. it would require slightly modified Nuzlocke rules, but I won't get too much into it. We'll see if it works. It's a game I've tried recording before, but had some issues with. We forgot to delete Waterfall, didn't we? I don't think we'll need Giga Drain, so that's fine. Stone Edge shouldn't do too much. Ooh, that's doing a little too much. Okay, that was a crit. I guess we're fine. Hydro Pump should do a lot. Aerodactyl is kind of a glass cannon. I'm just glad, again, it didn't have any ground-type moves, although I think Bubbles might have been able to tank it. Bubbles is, like I said earlier in the episode, more of a special tank than a physical tank, but if it's a non-stab Earthquake, I think we would have been okay. Okay, so, after Aerodactyl, do we have 2 more Pokemon left? We have a Carbink. Okay, so Carbink is Rock and Fairy, I want to say? Is it Rock and Fairy? I think it's Rock and Fairy. Let's just leave Bubbles out, heal up, and just hit it with something after that. I think that should probably work out pretty well. If it is Rock and Fairy, it doesn't have too much that can hit us with, I don't believe. So if we just go in here, grab a Hyper Potion. Yeah, I've got so many healing items from the Elite Four that we never ended up using, and we're probably not going to use in this battle either. And I suppose I could have gone for a, a full restore or a max potion. Do I have max potions? I don't know. But we're fine. That's not doing anything at all. Can we set anything up here? Oops. Since it can't hit us with much, let's go for a couple layers of Toxic Spikes. Like I said, I don't know for sure that they'll actually affect a Steel type, but we do have his Metagross coming up next. And that's going to be a Mega Metagross, which is going to be very, very tricky to deal with. So if we can get it Toxic Poisoned, that'll really help. And that way, hopefully, we don't have to sacrifice anybody. And if we do have to sacrifice anybody, hopefully it's not, you know, Cerberus or Data. I'll try and avoid having them get hit by anything. Although Cerberus might be a pretty good option for facing off against Metagross, unless it has Earthquake. But Cerberus does resist Steel and isn't affected by Psychic, so I would think we'd be okay, but I can't say for sure. And even with 2 boosts, that's not doing very much. Let's try a Waterfall after this, because it has boosted its special defense, so maybe your Waterfall will do a little bit more, even though it's coming off of Bubbles' lower attack stat. Hard to say. Oh, it's going to sleep. That's nice. I guess this Carbink is going to take a little bit to get finished off. And is it gonna... Nope, not gonna have a berry. Okay, that's good. Hit it with a Waterfall. If I was feeling risky, I would send in Cerberus and get some Nasty Plots up, but I'm not even sure if Cerberus would be outspeeding Mega Metagross, because that thing's pretty fast for, you know, a Pokemon that actually doesn't... I don't know. Does it look fast? It doesn't really look that fast to me. But it's pretty speedy, so I don't want to send out Cerberus against that and end up getting KO'd before I can do anything. So, yeah, we're just going to try and play things safe. We'll save Cerberus and Data until we actually really need them, just to make sure that we're not losing them. I mean, not to say that I really want to lose any of my other Pokemon. Please don't rest again, thank you. Not to say that I want to lose any of my other Pokemon, but I would say my other Pokemon are a little bit more expendable because they're not eligible for transfer up, so... I mean, yeah, I mean, it always sucks to lose Pokemon, but, I mean, these guys I just... full restore again? Yeah, these guys I literally just got, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah, can we get a crit or something to help finish this thing off? Like, I mean, this isn't even a tough battle against this Carbink, it's just taking too long. Because I let it get a couple boosts off, but hopefully those Toxic Spikes will actually work. But yeah, because usually Poison does not affect Pokemon, or Steel-type Pokemon, so I'm not sure if it'll actually work or not. Because if you just straight up use Toxic on a Metagross, it would not do anything. So I don't know if it was worth it or not, if it was worth the extra time we spent. Do we want to heal up right now? If it gets a crit, then we're in trouble, so I guess we're going to have to heal up right here. It's going to take at least 2 more hits to kill this thing anyway. Might as well play it safe, although we don't want to be using Bubbles against Metagross, because it's part Poison type, and Metagross is a physical attacker. Actually, I'm thinking Bowing might be a good choice for the Metagross, now that I think of it. Because Bowing will resist Steel, doesn't resist Psychic, but I think Bowing has pretty good defenses, so we should be good if we send in Bowing. So it should be 2 more Waterfalls, I hope. As long as he doesn't pull out any more full restores. I think the max a trainer can have is 4. And I believe he's used 3 at this point. He used 2 on Aggron and 1 on Carbink so far. So please don't use another one. Please, I just want to finish this stupid thing off. Although if he doesn't use one now, or if he does use one now, then he's not going to use it on the Metagross. And there he goes. There he goes with the potions. I am just going to cut until we've got this thing killed, because this is taking too long. There we go. Okay, there's only a couple more hits because we did get a crit in there, but I didn't want to sit through killing that Carbink over and over and over again, so, yeah. And next up, here comes that Metagross. Little scared of this, and by a little scared, I mean very scared. Yeah, Steel type will hit Akbar hard. Why did I even bring Akbar? I should have brought a different Pokemon to that place. I guess I wasn't really thinking. Yeah, and it's got Psychic. Let's send in Boeing and just immediately heal. And also, let's see if that poison takes effect or not. No. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, let's Hyper Potion up and hopefully do some damage to it. Yeah, here comes that Mega. And it's going to hit us with something hard. Hopefully it has, like, all Steel-type moves or something. That would be nice. Probably not, though. Zen Headbutt, that's going to hurt a bit. Okay, hang in there, Boeing. Hang in there, Boeing. Yeah, we can't take another one of those. Crap. This thing might be the end of us. I hate to do it, but we have to bring in Cerberus. We don't have another choice. It's going to go for another Zen Headbutt. We can bring in Cerberus, and it won't affect us, but it's going to hit us with, it's going to have a chance to hit us with something else on the next turn. Alright, so there's that. And we need to go for that Flamethrower. Ooh, we're faster. I did not expect that. Let's hope to either kill it or get a burn. Let's hope to get a burn, get a kill, get something. Nothing. Hammer Arm. Oh, it missed. It missed. Gotcha. We got it. We did it. We almost lost Cerberus there. I wasn't expecting a fighting type move. If that had landed, we were toast. But Cerberus did it. Cerberus dodged that attack, and we lived. Didn't lose anybody to Steven. Oh, that feels good. Like, that Metagross came out, and, you know, even though I was ready for it, I knew it was coming, I was still like, crap, you know, like, I mean, I didn't plan my team that well. I just kind of picked stuff that was at a decent level, threw it together. Obviously, a couple Pokemon on my team didn't actually take part in the battle at all and weren't at all useful in this battle. But oh well. And here we get the Metagross site if we wanted to Mega Evolve our own Metagross, which we won't ever. And he's going to blab on about some stuff. Are we going to see the credits again here? No. Okay, because you see the credits at the end. I'm thinking mostly of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, where you fight Silver and then... Or not Silver, you fight Red. And you see the credits after that because it's another, you know, like, end of the game. But I guess this doesn't count as a, like, second end to the game. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to end it off there. I mean, it seems kind of weird to end it like that. Do we have an escape rope so we can at least get out of this cave, or are we just going to stay in here? I guess we're going to stay in here. So I guess this is where the journey ends. We've completed the Pokemon Theta Emerald Nuzlocke. We have won. My first Nuzlocke victory, actually, now that I think of it. I believe I mentioned that a couple episodes ago that I hadn't actually completed a Nuzlocke before. I'd either not finished them or just lost. So yeah, it feels good to actually really finish one now. And yeah, so that's the end of this one. One little look at our team real quick. And just a reminder, again, if you want to vote for either Cerberus or Data to continue on the journey and meet us in our next Nuzlocke, yeah, go ahead and leave those votes in the comments below. You have plenty of time, so at some point, probably like a couple weeks before I start my next Nuzlocke, I will go ahead and throw a reminder out there for all of you, probably on Twitter or something. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, I'd recommend doing that as well. But enough self-plugs. That's the end of the Nuzlocke. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know it's been a bit of a long journey. It's taken a bit longer than it probably should have. And videos have been a little inconsistent here and there. But yeah, thanks for sticking with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you're looking forward to the next Nuzlocke. So yeah, feels good to win one. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.